Last weekend, we turned our clocks back an hour, and now it is time to also change your watering clock. We check in with Southern Nevada Water Authority, the sponsors of this segment, for more.
Well, as we head into the winter season, there's some things to keep in mind when it comes to watering your plants and your yard, and who better to turn to than our friend Toby Bickmore from SNWA. Toby, let's break it all down. What are some things to keep in mind as we head into this new season when it comes to those mandatory watering times?
So starting November 1st, we're in winter watering schedule. So it's November 1st through the end of February, which basically means you can only water 1 day a week. And so that's the big thing. Doesn't matter what type of landscaping you have, you can only water 1 day a week. If you have grass, 1 day a week is enough, especially with the nights cooling off and everything, it's okay for the plants. Other types of plants in the wintertime, you can probably water, 1 to 2 times, like over a couple of weeks. You don't have to water as much. We always say the other thing in the wintertime is water a little bit later in the day. So don't water super early. We do get kind of cold in the, in the January time, and so you don't want to have water freezing and things like that. So obviously with the situation we have going on with the water right now and the drought, we're going to go into tier 2 shortages next year. We're going to have more cuts. So it's just really important that we follow those watering schedules throughout the year.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it is very important to follow those schedules, but I think a lot of us are wondering, how do we even figure that out? Well, how do we figure out our day? What advice do you have for people as they're getting ready to set those clocks for the new season?
So our website is a great resource. So if you don't know, we send a lot of mail that says this is your watering day. But if you're not sure, visit our website, SNWA.com, and you can look up your address and you can find out, what day a week to water. And so, that's just a real good tool to use, for resources.
And you touched on it a little bit, but once you figure out your day and what's allowed, how do you gauge how much, how little? Where do you go with that when it comes to your own personal watering?
Yeah, so for grass, usually the general idea is you're going to water 3 times for about 4 or 5 minutes, right? And so that's, anybody has turf, it's kind of the same philosophy across the board. If you have desert landscaping, it's a little bit different because you can have plants that are really desert type and some that are higher water use. But generally speaking, you're going to water just once, not 3 times, and you're going to water anywhere from like 15 minutes to 30 to 40 minutes. And again, maybe once a week, but when it gets really cold, maybe once every 2 weeks.
All right, well, this is really helpful, and we are all about conserving water and money. So any other tips that you have for us at home as we head into the new season?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things. So the biggest thing we have right now is if you have grass that you don't use, take that grass out. We provide a rebate for it. But grass uses the most water, which means it's going to cost you the most in your bill. The other thing is watch water waste. So, you can check on other people too in the community, see if anybody else is wasting water. But you yourself, if you're losing water out on the street, if you have leaks, that's water that you're paying for, so definitely look at that. And then we have some other rebates on our website, SNWA.com. One of them is actually an irrigation controller that runs all your landscaping. That's what we call smart, and so it actually can save you some money too.
Thank you to Southern Nevada Water Authority for sponsoring this segment. Call 702-258-SAVE or visit SNWA.com for more information.